¿Qué pasa?
What up?
Hola. Hola, mi amigos.
Yep.
I went to Mexico today.
She didn't.
I did. Forgive me, Father. But it is Wednesday. Come on in. Come on in. I'm not going to do the song again. But, yeah. Got my twist, today. Being natural.
Sure.
Being natural.
Mm-hmm.
Shrinkage is real, though. Do you know that? It's real. But how are you guys doing? We are glad to see you. If you are new, hi, welcome. Like and share this video. Hopefully we'll get to some people and help them and start some conversations. Did you say see?
Yeah.
That's all you got?
Yep.
Okay. My Puerto Rican boyfriend. So yeah, it's Wednesday. How was your day today, babe?
Today was a day, and it's always gonna be a day.
Okay.
That's what I got. Shamir says hi.
I mean, that's factual.
Shamir says hi.
Hey Shamir. Hey Aunt Kathy. Love you guys.
No, but in all honesty.
Hey Shamir. Hey Aunt Kathy.
Yep.
Oh, that was me. Sorry, my bad.
Yep. Anyway, in all honesty, today was okay. It was, another day in paradise, as they say. Work was work.
Okay. Work.
More staring at computers. More writing code. Yeah.
That's it?
That's pretty much it.
Okay. Well, today was okay. I keep saying I'm trying to get in the swing of classes. Because clearly I don't
Been
stop.
doing it for a while.
I go to one class to another class. I always got work to do. But I always manage, by the grace of God, I always manage to make it work.
Okay. Yeah, tell us about your grades.
The Lord is doing a new thing.
Tell us about your grades.
No, my grades are good. I got my first B in my summer class, one of my summer classes. I had 3 summer classes. I got a B in one of them. And I was just like, no. Because it messed up my GPA a little bit because I had all A's. But it was an IB, so, bless the Lord. Bless the Lord. Hey, Aunt Edith. I see you. Mwah.
So what's up? Okay, that's what's up.
What did she say? Oh, niece and nephew. She put the nephew and niece together. So I was just like, what is that word?
Okay. But
yeah, everything is going good. If you are a psych major or I don't even know what med major, whatever, you know about research design.
That's literally all majors.
Okay, well, I don't know because I only had 2 majors. So, okay, never mind. I'm not even going to count my majors. But...
Okay.
When I was in undergrad, I had to do research and design for psychology. Hated it.
Of course.
And now I have a multicultural class and the research design class for counseling. Yippee! Can't you see the excitement?
Sure.
But again, by the grace of God, I'm gonna get through it.
Right.
8 weeks. Let's go.
Okay, that's what's up. Yeah, so making progress in that. That's awesome. If I haven't told you, I am proud of you. My energy is just pretty low because I'm tired.
And it's hot in here, and I meant to cut the AC down a little bit more. It's on like 76.
77.
Oh.
It's a little toasty.
It's a little toasty. I'm sorry. We're gonna make it through.
But yeah, no, definitely proud of the progress, and we're excited for the next phase that this leads into. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be amazing. I should have shut that blind.
It's okay, darling. Don't look at it.
Well, I can't help it.
He's gonna look at it.
I can't help it. I see it, and it's just.
It's okay, baby.
Anywho,
if you look at the camera.
Well, no, see, but I have to monitor. I have to monitor. But no, so that being said, we do have some announcements, as always. Announcements. We are, as we've stated in prior videos and in prior instances, hosting a conference in November.
The
Love Conference 2021.
Yes.
Again, November the
21st.
2021. 2021.
Yes.
Love Conference 2021.
Yes.
Here's the thing. We have an amazing group of panelists.
We do.
We have some awesome speakers with some great information who are pretty excited to be a part and to be joining us and have a lot of information to share. Myself and Crystal will not be taking a speaking role in this.
Yeah. I mean, we'll probably talk to you guys.
Right.
Just to say hey.
But because we want to learn, we want you guys to learn.
Yes.
But again, here's the thing. We have limited seating.
Yeah.
Right? And because everything that's going on with COVID and whatnot, it's going to be difficult to expand that seating. So, for those of you who would like to attend, we suggest that you purchase your tickets sooner rather than later. Because once seats fill up, I love you. I appreciate you. I really do. I really do. But I can't just add you in. That's not how these things work. So, if you want to register, allthingsmarriage.org. It's on the home page, or you can do allthingsmarriage.org and click the events tab. It will take you to the registration. We even have a nice little deal for you. If you register as a couple, meaning two people, then you get $25 off of your total price.
So what that means, guys, just to, knock it down a little bit more for your understanding, because, my husband said a lot right there. If you are single and you know a single friend that's going or would like to go, partner together, go in and buy a couple's ticket. Right.
There's no rules against that, right?
I'm not going to check if you're married or not.
Right. Yeah.
But again, but that's what, when people hear couples like,
right.
I mean, no.
No, you don't have to get in a relationship.
No, you don't. No. But we for real, my husband just gave the serious, go ahead and register. But I really don't want you guys to think it's, hunky-dory serious. We're going to have fun. We're going to have, it is serious, but we're going to have fun. We got some lunch for you guys prepared. Like, we're going to have such an awesome time. We have some hosts coming in, and they're going to host, and, we're just going to have fun. We're going to relax. We're going to learn some information. We're going to grow stronger as individuals as well as couples. And so go ahead and register, guys.
So again, registration can be found at our website, allthingsmarriage.org/events. Registration is currently open. The date is November 21st.
Yeah.
Love Conference 2021.
And just be on the lookout. We are going to release those, that we have on our panelists and stuff like that. So again, I know some people are anxious to see who those people are.
Right.
Just be on the lookout because we'll drop that information.
Right. And if you would like to get a little bit more information, of course you can check us out on Facebook. You can check out our website. You can check us out on Instagram. Or you can message us. You can send us an email at info@allthingsmarriage.org.
Yep.
You can go to our website and submit questions there. Or again, you can reach us on our Facebook page or our Instagram page. So yeah.
With that being said, again, share, like, subscribe, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook.
Boom.
Got it.
All of that.
All right. So today,
I just realized something.
What is it, dear?
No, just hand me your phone.
Oh goodness.
You say what you're gonna say and hand me your phone.
So today we're going to be talking about opposites attract. So yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody has heard that saying "opposite attracts." The TV's still on. Ha! Funny.
I just saw a little Hulu thing in the background.
But everybody has heard opposite attracts, and sometimes people are like, no, we gotta have things in common, because a lot of people, when they say opposite attracts and you get in a relationship and you're like, this person stretches me and we are adventurous and we do all these things because the one person likes to do another thing. So I'm going on adventures with that person, and you gotta get it together, man. It wasn't that hard to cut the TV off. So we want to just kind of talk about that a little bit, because we
have nothing in common.
No, we do have stuff in common.
Nothing, absolutely nothing.
Okay. Anyway, so do you think it's the best, like when you're in a relationship, it's best for you to have like nothing in common?
Well, no.
Okay.
Because
I understand the question. I understand it was like duh, no, but
no, because here's the thing. If I meet someone and naturally the only thing that we kind of have when you first meet a person is external, is external. Physical, like physical attraction. Essentially, it sounds super shallow, but like you meet someone and the first thing you see is the first thing you see, right? And so, of course, you have to have that initial attraction, right? But then, if I spark up a conversation with you, or you spark up a conversation with me, and there are no talking points, it's a wrap. And that's like anybody, and that's not even on a dating standpoint. That's just like on a friendship level.
Yeah.
My best friends, when I first met them, as far as I knew, I had nothing in common with them, because the things that interest me that were talking points for me at the time was not talking points for them, right? And so, and then two of them even went to high school and stuff together. I met them in college, so they're talking about stuff from high school and all this other stuff, and it's just like, I'll just go on by my business. But then the situations change, circumstances change, and we found some common ground. You know what I'm saying? We had a couple talking points, and we realized that we had more in common than we thought, and that allowed for a relationship, a friendship to kind of grow and develop. And then over time, you realize that we do have a lot in common, but we also have a lot of things that are like polar opposites. You know what I mean? Like drastic differences in ideologies and principles and thoughts and ways of doing things.
Right.
But that didn't like ruin a friendship. It honestly created an atmosphere for kind of growth and development, because now I can experience, or I can see something from another person's perspective that I necessarily wouldn't have prior to. So I don't think you should have everything in common, but you need to have a lot. Yeah. At least enough to hold a person's interest. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because again, we're not our fullest self. Like we're learning creatures.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if I'm 25, 35, I have not, unless I'm just going up out of here like in the next second, I still have room to grow, develop, and learn.
Right.
So regardless of whether we have a lot in common or a little bit in common, we're learning together.
Right.
Some things that you may like, you may eventually be like, I don't like that anymore.
Yeah.
Or like, okay, definitely. That was stupid. Why did I ever do that?
Right.
Like, you used to like to speed.
All right.
Yeah. So yeah, you used to like to speed, and now you don't.
Sure.
That
I will let that be a thing.
That's not necessarily a commonality that you should have with somebody, but yeah, you learn as you grow.
So are you saying that you also like the speed?
No, I'm just saying.
I don't.
Something about you that is different than me.
Oh.
Like you used to like speed.
Oh.
So therefore, you don't like it anymore. I'm saying from the point of things that you used to like, you don't like anymore. Or things that you used to do, you don't do anymore.
Okay.
That had nothing to do with relationships. I'm just saying, activity-wise, that was a little shot. But anyway, so yeah, things that you used to like, you don't like anymore. So as you grow and learn with your partner, you learn, okay, this I really don't like that anymore. Right. So, you know, that's a part of just growing and maturing.
Right. Sure. Okay.
Y'all got me right.
Well,
I might have rambled a little bit.
I just feel attacked is all. I feel like I'm always under attack.
I think most husbands feel that way.
Sure.
And that's coming from a wife.
Sure. So that implies that you know that you're always attacking. Yeah. Cool.
But yeah, so, and you know, like you said earlier, you were like, we have nothing in common.
Yeah. Absolutely.
We do have stuff in
Absolutely nothing.
We have stuff in common, but there are things that we don't have in common. Or I'll do it sometimes and you'll be like, no, we need to do this all the time.
I think it's the old saying, association brings on assimilation.
Mm-hmm.
Like to be honest, the more time you spend, like when you first meet a person, you're really not going to have much in common. Mm-hmm. Because you don't know what you're trying to feel that person out. You don't know anything common.
Yeah.
But the more you are around a person and the more you spend time with a person, the more things in common you're going to have, because you're going to begin to share in experiences. And,
yeah.
And if we are oftentimes if we are both experiencing the same thing from the same perspective at the same points. Or like with the same like point of view or whatever, then we're going to view it the same way, and then that breeds a similar thought process, a similar way of doing things. Like for example, and I use my friends from school because like low key, you could write a whole book about some of the things that conversations and things that have gone on and whatnot, right? But one thing that one of my friends was into that I myself had no real interest in was a card game called Magic the Gathering, right? I mean, I had heard of it. It was just like, oh, I mean, card games, cool. Not my cup of tea.
It's not card games.
Not my cup of tea, except because my buddy was into it. He was just like, there's a comic book store up the street. Let's go check it out. And comic books are great. So we went.
Not my cup of tea.
And it was just like, oh, okay, he got him a couple cards or whatever, a couple packs or whatever. And it was just like, sure, I'll grab a pack or two. It's something that we can do together. We can hang out,
right.
Something that we can do at the apartment as a group, as a group of friends hanging out without necessarily having to go out and spend money or whatever, right?
Right.
And then it went from just I'll buy a pack or two just to see how it goes to first Fridays every night we're at the comic book club. I mean not club, but the comic book store. I was
about to say what?
Till
tell me something
new. Sometimes 2-3 o'clock in the morning. Playing in these different tournaments, every first Friday, and most weekends, we would at least make one trip to the comic book store, throughout the week or on the weekend or whatever. So it turned into a thing that we had in common, and then here's the thing about commonality and experiences. When we stopped hanging together as much because our life circumstances changed. I still have my cards,
right?
But I haven't bought a pack of Magic cards in at least 5 years, I think.
And he will not let me throw them away
because first of all, they have monetary value. Let's be clear.
Okay, let's sell them suckers.
You can buy a box of Magic cards at like let's just say the box cost you like $50 or $100 today. Literally 10 years from now, without waiver, you could sell that for $500.
Okay.
Like legitimately, without.
So how long we had those?
Well, that's besides the point. That's besides the point. I'm just saying they
guys.
have monetary value.
Okay, all right.
But anyway, that's the thing about commonality and kinship and that sharing and experience of that partnership. The longer you spend with a person, the more things you are going to have in common with them because you share in a lot of experiences and a lot of things.
Is it that you have it in common just because you spent more time together? Or is it that you've learned to...
Yes, you have it in common.
Adjust with it? Because you play Dungeons and Dragons. D&D for some of those who understand. You play something else. What is it? League of Legends. Not as much, but you play that. I have no desire to play either of those. I may play.
That's because we don't share in those experiences.
Well, I've experienced you and your friends playing it.
Right. But
I see the laughter.
Right.
I can honestly understand the fun of it all.
There is a difference, though, in witnessing an experience and sharing in an experience. Like,
so I would have to play.
Yes,
but I played D&D before.
You have not. You have taken part in a session. You haven't actually played the game. It's different. It's kind of like saying. I think we're now being very technical. No. It's like saying I don't like amusement parks. I've been to Kings Dominion. I've been to Disney World. I've been to Six Flags. But then you go and you don't get on any of the rides. You don't really play any of the games. You may buy food because we're there all day long. You don't do any of the arcades. You don't really interact with any of the costume characters and things. But yeah, because I don't really like it. I mean, I've been though. But you didn't experience the theme park.
I think the better description of that would be that. Because again, like you said earlier, when we share in commonalities, when we experience the same things,
right?
And you have to be impacted the same way. Because just like, for an example, we were both in a car accident together. We both experienced the car accident, but the car accident impacted us differently.
Sure, but we're both traumatized.
But it still impacted us differently.
We're both traumatized.
Right, but...
I want to keep saying that part.
I know, but it still impacted us differently.
Sure.
So it depends on how you perceive it, because trauma makes different people, regardless of the same trauma.
Sure.
It shows up differently
Sure
in anyone based on their own personal experiences, their own belief systems and all that stuff. So it's not necessarily we are common. This thing in common is now a different definition for that example, but we have it in common, but we're not affected by it the same way. So I have played D&D. I don't want to play D&D. Okay. Nobody can hear you, Derek. Anyway. So yeah, I've experienced playing D&D. I have watched you guys play D&D. I have understood why you became part in playing D&D. and I just don't have a desire to play D&D, I will eventually just play with you. We've attempted like a couple times to play D&D. If you guys don't know what D&D is, and I understand because I didn't know what D&D was, just look it up. D&D, Dungeons and Dragons. But I call it a nerd game.
It's acting at its finest. Maybe not finest.
I was about to say,
maybe not finest, but like everybody, like literally everybody wants to be an actor or an actress. You can do that.
Yeah, in D&D, yeah, it's hilarious to watch people play. I will tell you that it's hilarious.
You just don't you don't know how to immerse yourself into a character. Is all.
No, but I would do Comic-Con with you.
It's essentially no. And here's the difference. If you go to a Comic-Con, you don't have to take part. You can just be an observer.
You can. The same way in D&D. Because I've done it.
Alright. Anyway, I feel like we're off the topic.
We are.
We are.
But it's hilarious. But yeah, so I think, it always depends on your relationship, what works best for you. We want to go ahead and put that disclaimer out there. But opposites definitely attract. I'm not gonna say they will keep you. I'm not gonna say they will keep you happy and you're getting what you need.
I think that's the difference
from the relationship,
right?
But it definitely will pique your interest for a while. And
I think that's the thing, and that's kind of the topic. That's kind of where the discussion should have been, instead of you bashing me for my love for all things imagination.
I wasn't bashing you.
Fun.
I wasn't bashing. I find the humor in it,
but
I find it,
I think that's
tickle my fancy.
Tickle your good job. But no, I think that's kind of what we like. The point of this discussion is the fact that yes, the age-old saying of opposites attract, and a lot of people, and a lot of people have like archetypes that they look for in partnerships. Again, whether it's a relationship or a business partner or a friend or whatever, people have archetypes that they look for,
right,
even if they don't realize that they're looking for this specific archetype. And what happens is we essentially do one of two things as human beings. We either look to find something that is exactly like us, or we look to find something that fixes a problem that we have.
Right.
Or, covers...
you complete me.
Right, exactly. We're constantly looking in terms
somebody
of
to fill the void.
A romantic relationship. We're looking for that spark, that completion, that whatever. And that's something that doesn't happen immediately. Right. Like, that's something that's built over time, right? Yeah. And so I think the statement from a scientific standpoint and like a what's the word? I guess it's like a metaphysical standpoint. I think the statement is true. Opposites attract because there is something intriguing about the unknown. Like we as human beings are deeply and intrinsically like drawn to that which we cannot know.
That's the whole bad boy.
And to put it in a biblical standpoint, because you know what we are. To put it from the biblical perspective.
No Jesus.
To put it from a biblical perspective, God creates Adam and Eve and puts them in this paradise and gives them literally everything that they could ever want and desire.
Right.
Gives them the ability to command and create anything that they could ever want and desire. And literally gives them one restriction. The only thing that you cannot know is the difference or have the understanding of good versus evil. That's the only thing that I don't want for you. Everything else is at your disposal. Right. And I give it and I present it to you in the form of a a tree that bears fruit in the center of the garden.
Right.
And I tell you, there is nothing different or special about this fruit that gives you any benefits. Anything that you can want or desire, you can get from any tree around you. You can get from any animal around you. Just don't bother this thing. And our human nature says, but that's the only thing I don't know of now. Let me go after that.
Right.
And so to me, it's less of an opposites attract thing. And we're attracted to that which we cannot know. It's the whole forbidden fruit.
Yeah.
But what happens is once you grab a hold to or you have access to that thing, well, now it's no longer intriguing because I know it.
Mm-hmm.
It's no longer interesting to me because I have all the information.
Right.
And so now
it's kind of like marriage.
Right. And so now
marriage is fun. Let me go get married. Then it's like,
until the wedding's over and the gifts are gone and the money's spent and the honeymoon's gone.
Yeah.
And now it's just life attached to another person.
Mundane, the same thing, in and out.
It's
how can we how can we work this out? How can we figure out how to live abundantly and happily?
Right. I'm just waking up and going to work. I'm just coming home. I'm just
playing with the kids, changing diapers.
Nothing is different anymore.
Fixing food.
And so you go out, you looking for something new, something fresh,
unknown,
something exciting, right? And so I think so. That's why I say I don't believe that opposites necessarily attract per se, and I don't think that there needs to be opposite or opposition, because that's essentially what the word is, or opposition in a relationship. I think that there needs to be commonality or communion. There's reasons for these words to be what they are. There needs to be communion in relationship, because while the opposition or the difference may be enough to draw the attention, it's the similarity or the sameness, the oneness that gives the ability, the power, the authority to continue and to persist. Yeah. Because as much as we want to do a new thing, as much as we want exciting things, the only things that we actually do in life, we want excitement, but we pursue consistency. Right? We say we want excitement because it feels great for now, but we actually are most happy and get the most fulfillment out of consistency.
Yeah, and you need consistency, because I mean, who wants to come home every day? Your partner is not consistently showing you or doing things.
Who wants to come home every day and not necessarily know where said home is?
Right.
Like today you're here, tomorrow you're at another place, and tomorrow this
has nothing to do with this, but that's why Alzheimer's and dementia is frustrating for the person who is going through it. Right. Because today I'm here and tomorrow
I'm just like tomorrow everything is different. Yeah. And you're just kind of like flash pointing through periods in your life, and like I woke up and it was me, my wife, my kids, whatever. And then 10 minutes later, I'm sitting at a window waiting for my dad to show up from work. Mind you, I'm 80 years old and dad has been dead for years.
Right. Or a kid who's in foster care and is in and out of different homes.
Right. It's frustrating. Right. We want consistency, even though we seek after change.
Exciting, and
we're contradictory people.
Yeah.
Like we
definitely are.
We as humans are stupid.
Okay. I'm not gonna agree with that one.
Well,
anyway.
It is what it is. I have both scientific and biblical proof that we as humans are just buffoons.
Okay, this is definitely another topic. But the Old Testament make you mad with people. Anyway.
Buffoons. But but for real, but like all seriousness though.
You talk about me with my talk.
I think it's amusing in like the most like satirical way that we desire, like we need one thing in order to be okay, and literally in order to survive, we need one thing.
Right.
Yet it is our absolute deepest press to get the exact opposite.
Right.
I think that's sadly amusing.
Yeah.
Or amusingly sad, whichever one works for you guys.
Yeah. So, guys. Yeah, as always, drop in the comments.
Did you just wrap me up? All right.
You do it to me all the time. So, drop in the comment section. What do you guys think? Does opposite attract or distract?
What's your opposite that you attracted to? Boom. Yeah, tell us that. We need all the tea.
I can't.
Tell us.
Anyway. Yeah, so I know at the beginning of this video, we were doing some rambling and talking about stuff that had nothing to do with it. But if you made it this far, thank you.
And if you're really curious and you want to know what D&D is, just inbox me.
He needs some people to play with.
I got you.
He wants people to play with. I'm just going to let you know that right now.
Thomas, Jamar, Cody, you guys are out there. D-Guy, Britt, Teron, Frost. I need you. Like, comment, share, subscribe, register for Love Conference 2021, and we will catch you next week.
Bye.